Hello, welcome back to my channel Watchlist by Miss C. Those who are new, this channel is all about murder, mystery, true crime, historical events, some celebrity gossip, and much, much more. Nannie Doss was born on 1905 in Blue Mountain, Alabama. She belonged to the family of farmers. She and her other four siblings never went to school and were trained to work on the family farm. When Doss was 7, she suffered a head injury while riding a train, and that injury changed her life forever. When Doss reached her teenage years, she started dreaming about a beautiful life with her future husband. Most of her spare time was spent reading romance novels, especially the Lonely Hearts column. Doss's father was abusive, and her mother always turned a blind eye towards him, and so these romance magazines were an escape for her from her miserable home life. At age 16, Nannie Doss wed Charlie Braggs, a man she had only known for 4 months. They had four children together from 1921 to 1927. She and Braggs lived with Braggs's mother, and she was as abusive as Doss's father. And maybe this kick-started Doss's murder spree. In 1927, Doss's two children out of four mysteriously died. One moment they were perfectly healthy, and then suddenly they are dead. Doss and Braggs got divorced in 1928. Braggs took the older daughter with him and left the newborn daughter with his ex-wife Doss. Just a year after the divorce, Doss married a man named Frank Harrelson. He was from Jacksonville and was an abusive alcoholic. The two met through a Lonely Hearts column. Despite the abuse, Doss's second marriage lasted 16 years until 1945. During this time, Doss likely killed two of her grandchildren, and they both were children of Doss's elder child. Next on the murderers list was Harrelson. One day, Doss mixed something in Harrelson's drink, and he was dead less than a week later. People assume that he died of food poisoning. Doss collected a lot of insurance money from Harrelson's death, and she bought a plot of land and a house near Jacksonville. So now Doss was alone, she was single, looking for love, and so again, Lonely Hearts column came to the rescue, and Arlie Lenning of Lexington responded to Doss. Not much is known about their married life, but what we do know is Doss added poison to one of Lenning's meal and he died shortly after. He was a heavy drinker, and so doctors thought he died of a heart attack due to excessive alcohol intake. Doss's next true love was Richard Morton from Emporia. He spent a lot of time with other women and was having extramarital affairs. However, Doss was unaware of this at that time because she was busy in her own matters. Doss's mother fell and broke her hip, and so Doss agreed to take care of her, but after a few months the mother died suddenly and mysteriously under Doss's care. Shortly after that, Doss's sister contacted Doss, and after having contact with her, the sister died too, suddenly and without a warning. After Doss took care of her mother and sister, she turned her full attention to her husband, Richard Morton, and found out that he is cheating on her. Well, guess what? He also died under mysterious circumstances. Nannie Doss's final victim was Samuel from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He was neither a drunk nor abusive. His only mistake was that he told Doss that she could only read magazines or watch television shows that were for educational purposes. In short, he asked Dawes to do and read something productive. Well, that hit Dawes's ego, and yes, you must have guessed right. She poisoned his cake. But he was lucky that he spent a month in the hospital recovering, and when he got home, he was welcomed with a poisoned coffee, and this time he wasn't lucky enough and died. But this is where Dawes made a mistake. The doctor who treated Samuel Dawes's fifth and final husband suspected a foul play during the month-long hospitalization of Samuel. So the doctor convinced Dawes to let him perform an autopsy. And I don't know why Dawes agreed, but the autopsy showed huge amounts of arsenic in Samuel's body, and the doctor alerted police. And Nannie Dawes was arrested in 1954. She then confessed to killing four of her five ex husbands, but she denied any involvement in the deaths of her family members. I mean, I don't know. Too many natural and mysterious deaths under her care can't be a coincidence. First, her two children, then her two grandchildren died, then her mother, then her sister. Authorities exhumed some of Dawes's previous victims and found extraordinary amounts of arsenic or rat poison in their bodies, and authorities suspect that she killed as many as 12 people, most of whom were blood related. Dawes claimed that the brain injury is the cause of her murder spree. The journalist gave her the nickname Giggling Granny because every time she would tell the story of how she killed her late husbands, she laughed. Dawes's reason to kill her husbands was when became too much, she simply would kill him off and move to the next love, and of course insurance money was a bonus. Nannie Dawes died in prison in 1964 while serving a life sentence for the murder of her last husband. Hope you all like this video. Subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and family. Thank you.